192. Send me a text. And AlanCoxShow.com for all the other stuff. You can watch the show there, of course. You can listen anywhere on the iHeartRadio app. If you do that outside of Ohio, tell me where you do that. Make sure you're on the map that you'll see behind Bill. Dan listens in Hilton Head, South Carolina. Mike is in Newton, Mississippi. Charlie is in Martin, Kentucky. Nick's in San Francisco. Joy's in Forest Park, Illinois. One of the unforeseen casualties of the coronavirus, ironically, you'd think they'd be thriving. In fact, the Flowbee company has halted production. I didn't even know these were still around.
Flowbees?
The things that you cut your own hair with a vacuum cleaner?
What?
The Flowbee. Right?
It's sucking my will to live.
Okay, Garth, just sit there and he's gonna put that thing on your melon, okay?
Just a trim, don't buzz me, all right?
You tell me, Ron, exactly how does the suck cut work?
Well, as you can see, it sucks as it cuts.
It certainly does suck.
Oh, it's so stupid. But the Flowbee company has said that they are closing due to the coronavirus pandemic.
I'm shocked that it's still around.
We look forward to
I didn't even know it was.
I mean, their website looks like it's from like week one of when Flowbee was open.
internet.
Yeah, week one of the internet. There is no money-back guarantee this because of COVID-19. Thank you for understanding. The Flowbee system with Super Mini Vac is $139.95. And they point out that they're back-ordered.
Wow.
Mini vac not included. So that's just there. Well, that's if you don't want the vacuum. If you want the Flowbee mini vac, $55.95. So there you go. The Flowbee company at a time where we potentially needed the most, where people are agonizing over whether or not they're going to try and cut their own hair.
I say do it.
My
Cut your own hair.
My quarantine friend who was talking about getting married, the new couple, she's like, we're getting married. She cut his hair and he hated it. And I guess it started like their first fight. I was like, how many times have you cut a man's hair? She's like, I don't know, probably twice. I was like,
why didn't they just wait?
I was like, why would you do it then?
Sounds like they're not waiting for much of anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Sounds like they're bored and they're like, hey, here's an adventure.
She wanted to get their first fight out of the way.
I guess.
Yeah.
But she cut his
It's good to
hair.
have your first fight before you get married.
Yeah, probably.
Well, that's on him, though.
Why
right?
would, I would never, I'm not letting anybody come near me with
Gwen
scissors.
has repeatedly asked me if she can cut my hair, and I say no. I will grow it out, and we'll
I'll
see
do
what
it for
happens.
you.
We'll see what happens.
I'll use the Bobby Kelly template that he used on me.
We all know how well that worked out.
It was great.
I'm not,
Got
no
the
way.
license to prove it.
But I'm not looking for that cut, and unfortunately, he only knows the one cut. His experience is extraordinarily limited.
And he's bald.
Very narrow, yeah.
I actually am kind of looking forward to like coming out of quarantine and having a day to get hot. You know, go get my nails done, get my hair done. Like that's be gross now and then wait.
You're gonna have to wait though, because there's gonna be scheduling. Like you got to be like right on it.
My girl will hook it up.
That's
You
what
think
you
so?
think.
I think so.
She'll have higher bidders than you.
No, we're good friends.
I guess you're going to find out if that's true.
Till I text her, she's like, "Yeah, I can't get you in for a month." I'm like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, she's got a business to
If
run.
you're lucky, a month.
Yeah.
I saw that a bunch of Ohio community colleges had donated a lot of PPE.
Why is it taking these places so long to do this?
Maybe they didn't know they had it. I don't know. Maybe they're scrounging up the... I don't know. I got a press release on it from the Ohio Association of Community Colleges that Ohio's 23 community colleges have donated more than 200,000 medical face masks and pairs of gloves to hospitals and local first responders across the state. So that's something.
No, that's awesome.
About 895 masks, 1,100 breathing masks, 12,000 other masks. Who knew there were so many masks? Of course, we have our custom-made Alan Cox Show masks, courtesy of Roman, who made these for us. Right?
Pretty cool.
They are cool.
Very nice.
He was wearing a Batman one when he dropped it off. I'm like, I would rather have the Batman one.
My face is so small that it covers, it goes all the way up to my eyes, and it covers all the way back.
Well, as we know, my face is huge, so he had to cut this out of a tarp. So thank you for going the extra mile for me.
They say AC COVID catcher on them,
I love that.
which is great.
So these community colleges are still, they're kind of going full speed ahead. They're still registering students for summer courses.
In what, June? July?
I guess. Whenever that is. I also saw that Ohio University...
Well, I mean, with community colleges, it's like, hey, you don't have future anyway, so you might as well sign up with us.
Wow, Bill. Bill.
Coming from the guy who dropped out.
This guy. Wow. Listen
I'm
to
watching
that.
a lot of Community right now.
People
so,
who-
Interesting.
yeah.
Wow. Saw that Ohio University is one of 9 colleges.
9?
9 colleges that are going to be using their dormitories as overflow hospital rooms.
Oh. Ooh.
How you like that? You go back to school whenever that starts. They're like, "Hey, how's your room?"
Here.
It certainly is sanitized. Smells like bleach.
Ugh.
I think their dorms are really old, anyways.
Where's that? Athens, Ohio? OU?
Yep.
Middlebury College in Vermont, University of Connecticut, NYU, Tufts in Boston, Tulane in New Orleans, UConn, Kentucky, Nebraska, and Ohio University are 9 schools who will be. And by the way, Ohio is not even expected to need extra beds. I mean, based on what the numbers they're looking at now, unless there's some crazy spike. I think Amy Acton said that everything, she's been pretty glowing in her review of how the whole social distancing thing has gone on in Ohio.
And
that they're not expecting, like New York is going to run out of hospital beds, right? I don't think they expect that for Ohio.
That nurse lady that called yesterday, she was like, "Oh yeah, we're pretty prepared. Like we have enough beds as of now."
The Ohio University is so far away from everything, though. I mean, I guess it's kind of close to Columbus.
It's not even close to Columbus.
I'm saying of the major cities in Ohio.
I think they're trying to have Southern Ohio on lock because that's probably like a dead zone.
Maybe because they don't
If
have.
you pardon the pun.
Well, yeah, I mean, like we have the Cleveland Clinic here. I guess maybe that makes more sense.
What do
I
you
was
mean
gonna
a dead
say,
zone?
There's
Well,
nothing really going
There's
on.
nothing
down there.
nothing around it. So unless you want those hill rods to just die, then you need someplace for them to go. And that's probably Athens is probably the busiest city around that southern area.
That's true. I guess I didn't think about it because I was
Yeah, you
thinking.
think about the hill rods, Mary.
Unless you want those hill rods to die.
I was thinking.
You're always thinking about
because-
yourself. You're never thinking about the hill rods.
No, I was thinking overflow. I was thinking overflow from major markets.
Because
is what I was thinking.
Western Ohio has Toledo, Southern Ohio or Southern West Ohio has Cincinnati.
Yeah,
or
but
Dayton.
they've had a lot of cases of this in Southern Ohio.
Yeah, well,
So maybe that's
Southeast is, I guess.
it's blowing up like The Godfather.
that's weird because West
I
Virginia
watched
doesn't
that
have
the
any.
other night. No, I didn't. I watched Goodfellas.
Close, but
Doesn't matter.
To the untrained ear, shades of difference,
Doesn't
right?
matter.
Was that the first time you'd ever watched it?
It was the first time I had ever watched
And
it.
did you like it?
I put my phone away. I didn't tweet. I didn't know social distractions. It was fine.
It's not a chick movie. I mean, it's not.
I said that to my friend.
yeah.
We were talking, and he was like, "What'd you think? It's one of my favorite movies." Blah blah. I was like, "I don't think this is a movie that's made for 30-year-old women." Like that's.
I don't know that I've ever recommended Goodfellas. Call me sexist. I've never recommended Goodfellas to a
that's what I
female I
said.
know. Yeah, it's
I'm not watching
those
it.
are
Like,
dude movies.
oh my god, I need a husband who'll cheat on me and get arrested. Please.
Those are dude
what
movies.
What a life.
Most girls would be like, "Sign me up."
No.
But it's a phenomenal movie. That's one
It
of
was
those
good.
movies where if it's on at any point, I'll watch the rest of it.
But it was
I'll
one of
sit
those
down and watch it.
where I'm okay watching it next year. I don't need
Or
to
never-
watch.
you saw it.
I saw it.
You saw it.
No,
I saw it. I get it. I understand why men are drawn to that movie. Drugs and women and power, and you're the guy, and I get it.
You're not going to rewatch
See, but
it.
I don't watch
like
that movie
Surviving
and
R. Kelly?
pretend that I'm that guy. I watch it because it's a good story.
And it's a true story.
Yeah.
That's what's entertaining about it.
There's not one moment when I've ever watched that movie where I'm like, man, I want to be in that situation. It's way too stressful to be in that situation.
Yeah, I thought Joe Pesci was amazing.
Oh, he's fantastic.
I was like,
The
that.
acting's
Like,
awesome.
yes, I mean, it was a good movie, but it was not something that I'm going to. I had a couple different dudes. Because I put a picture on Instagram, and a couple of my guy friends were like, "My favorite movie of all time.
Of course.
You're gonna love it." And I was
course.
like, "Definitely didn't need to be 2.5 hours long. I can tell you that.
No.
We could have done this in 90 minutes.
I've
I
never
think.
met any woman who had Goodfellas in her top 5.
No, I'm
you
good.
know?
Hey, that's one thing about Coffee and Kareem. 90 minutes. You get in, you get out. Get some laughs.
Is it about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Who?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Like the rhythm of the night?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
No, it's
Welcome.
Ed Helms, and he has his girlfriend's kid with him. He's a cop.
Oh.
And he's
Let me get it. His name's Coffee.
Yeah.
The kid's name is Kareem.
Yep.
And together they're Coffee and Kareem.
Nailed it.
All right.
It's actually pretty funny.
It would have been better if it was Dareem Jewel and they were getting coffee with him in your
Dareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Yeah.
Is that
Coffee and Dareem?
Louis
What?
L.
Yeah.
Cinder? Alan, I moved into a house. Wait, where is that?
Murder House?
No. Oh, my friend bought a foreclosed house, and there was a pube-covered Flowbee in the garage next to a massive purple butt plug. Well, that's why it was foreclosed. You got to get out of that house. Now, I would think that you would have grabbed those things before you split. So I'm not going to pay my mortgage anymore.
Probably had others.
I'm going to take my prized possessions. Those might have been backups.
Does the Flowbee have...
The garage butt plug is definitely not the main butt plug.
Or it is, and it has to be hidden.
In the garage?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like it was hidden.
Yeah.
It was
Sounds
right
like
out
it was
there.
just right out there in the garage.
Maybe that's his space. That's the man's space where the wife doesn't go, and those are the things he does. Me
know
and
if this
Bill
is a
are
wife
going to hang out
situation.
in the garage.
I don't know if this is a wife situation.
Might be.
Yeah, well, it could be.
I can't think of another reason you would prefer those items in the garage.
Maybe you like them cold, and you don't want to put them in the
Maybe.
fridge.
Or hot in the summer.
Eh.
Or you just
maybe.
like the cleanup aspect of just being able to hose down the garage.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of...
One fatal swoop.
I have a lot of friends who are like married or have kids that smoke weed in their garage. Like that's where they go to take a couple puffs without their wives knowing.
We always used to
So
call
that's
it
what-
visiting the shed.
That's what I equate this butt plug to.
Well,
I'm going to go visit the shed and use my butt plug.
Right. Does the Flowbee have blades in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
how it
if you
cuts your
put your-
hair.
It's just
Self in
clippers
it.
with a vacuum on it.
So I'm saying
He
if
didn't put himself into it. He put his bush into it.
not the member.
Why would you put the member into
That's-
anything with blades?
That's why I was confused about how those two things went together.
You can
No.
do it. Put your pubes into it.
When you're clippering your bush, you're not putting it on your member. You're not jamming the blades onto your...
So the vacuum is to clean up the hair.
The vacuum is to clean up the hair and to suck it up so that it stands up and you can cut it. Ostensibly, I've never used one.
Yeah.
Okay.
My understanding is that,
I'm picturing like a shop vac with a clipper in it.
clippers in it, yes. So you would kind of, I guess it has various settings, and you would suck the hair into it, and depending on what length you wanted it to be, that's how far back you would hold it. Or again,
Yeah,
these
it's got like
these
a guard on it to keep it.
Yeah.
You know, like you have with a regular clipper, like 1, 2, 3 settings.
These commercials when I was a kid were constant. But like I said, I didn't even realize that the thing was a thing anymore. Alan, I'm a heterosexual female, and Goodfellas is one of my all-time favorite movies. All right, well,
For you.
there's
I
one.
think you're in the minority.
There's
that's
one.
all I'm saying is that's not exactly a. I didn't like. I mean, it was good. The acting of it, the storyline, all of that was great as a movie.
It's not for
I'm
you.
Good. I'm good watching. My favorite movie is It's a Wonderful Life. I appreciate people finding out
Those are
how
almost the
lucky
exact
they
same
are.
movie.
No, they are not. But
There's
yeah, it
just
was
not.
fine.
I mean, there's a few twists and turns that are different in Goodfellas, but I mean,
Zero cocaine in It's a Wonderful Life.
that you know of.
yeah, off screen they're doing it, and they're drinking Coke, and that's back when Coke had Coke in it. So
Maybe.
there you go.
Yeah.
The good old days.
Hella Coke.
Hella Coke, yeah.
Oh, pass me a hella Coke, Mary.
You want
You want a
the
hella
moon,
Coke?
Mary?
I'll lasso a hella Coke.
Yeah. Alan, did you know Henry Hill is from Cleveland? He is not, but if that makes the movie more enjoyable for you, then go ahead. What else? What
Karen.
else? Oh,
they
they
had the Karen part.
That was before.
Karen! Oh,
Why'd you
Karen!
do
How
that?
did you like that in Goodfellas?
That didn't bother me because he wasn't using it as a half
Karen.
premise.
Yeah. You don't like the Karens, do you?
I had the same issue with Goodfellas that I had watching The Sopranos. I really liked The Sopranos. I could not get over the sexism of it, which I understand that's a part of that culture and that's what it is. But I'm just like, I'm watching it like, why do any of these women stay? Why do you stay? You know he has a girlfriend. You know he's doing illegal things. Like this
Because they're rich. They got a nice life.
I guess, but is it a nice life?
They can go to the salon. For them, apparently,
Don't you like your
Carmela
life?
looked past a lot of things until she didn't anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
Because she knew Tony loved her and loved their children and would do anything to keep them safe. Except give up his gumad. Right?
Right?
So there's no situation where you could be with a guy. He's giving you so much money.
I don't need money.
So
I make my
long.
own money.
So much money.
And
You can
money
love
is
someone
not
and still
gonna,
cheat.
No, money is not going to fix you cheating on me.
So much.
Not even just cheating, having a girlfriend.
Yeah, that's different.
Running illegal operations, murdering people. No amount of money is going to make me look
worse?
the other way on that.
What's worse, the girlfriend or the illegal stuff?
To me,
You're like, hey, I'm not a cop. I'm not a lawyer.
You're breaking my trust. I don't like that. Break the law. You're going to get, the cops will get their vengeance on you.
Break society's trust.
Different.
Just not mine. I am a part of society, and thereby the transitive property. Yes, by extension, you're still breaking my trust, but it's not so hyper-focused on...
My body's not directly in jeopardy if you
But
sell drugs.
what if it was like a one-off? Like, what if he
But the body
cheated?
politic is, Mary. It harms us all.
I don't want any of
It harms
that.
us
I don't
all.
need to be with somebody that way.
What
What
if,
if it gets you famous?
No.
Like comedy famous, like doing
They're not going to make me a
arenas.
better writer because I have money.
No, but being able to put you in front
material.
of the right people, they have that connection.
Don't
Man,
do it.
You want to talk, and yeah,
Don't do it.
because then it all
Don't sell
comes
your soul,
crashing.
Mary.
Then it all comes crashing down.
That might not, but don't sell your... That's a fair... That's you know...
I couldn't do it. I couldn't be with somebody like that.
But if someone cheated and didn't have a girlfriend, like what if it was just a one-off? Like, hey, babe, I was drunk. I made some poor decisions. It was just a one-night stand.
No, I won't be able to trust you again. We've been through this.
I know.
Yeah, every guy says I made some bad decisions.
Yeah, but it's
Because we're invariably going to make some bad decisions.
there's a way to cheat respectfully, though.
No, there isn't.
There is.
I know you think there
All right,
is.
R. Kelly.
Yeah, well, how do you
What's-
cheat respectfully?
Tell-
Hey, but there's
me
a
that
difference
is-
between having somebody.
You've got so many conflicting rules in your life that nobody's going to take any guidance from finding
I'm
a
not
way to
saying
cheat
cheat.
respectively.
I still want to hear it.
But
Respectfully.
there is a difference. I've said this before. I said there's a big difference between having someone be in your home, in your bed, where you and your wife sleep, versus getting a trashy hotel room and treating her like the
But it's a
whore that she is.
that's a distinction without a difference. It's a distinction without a difference.
Like,
it's a semantic
Did
argument.
you wear a
It's
condom?
situational.
Did you not wear a condom?
Doesn't
Like,
matter.
Bottom line, though, is you're still doing something you're not supposed to be doing.
you still thought of me. Like, you still had enough, like, hey, I don't want to infect my wife while I'm out here doing my dirt.
I don't want to infect my wife.
So I'm just saying he did think of you. You can't say you weren't thinking of me when you were out there doing. I was. That's why I wore a condom.
Listen, some guys have tried that. You're not the first one to think of it. Some guys have tried it, and it's worked precisely 0 times.
Is that a Hallmark card?
I don't know. It should be.
This Mother's Day, remember, mother of my children,
It's
I
just-
wore a condom.
Like I
Doesn't
never.
count.
They weren't in my bed. Like they never been in the house. They never been around the kids. Like she's just a thought.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I wore a condom so she didn't get my goo.
I'll tell you what,
I wear a condom to protect you.
yeah.
I like the goo.
See?
Yeah, it is creepy. I had a friend who did that, like, in his house.
He had the other woman in his house.
Yeah, and I
See?
was like, why? Why?
Go to her place.
That's completely disrespectful.
Why?
I mean, don't do it at all. But that's another level of disrespect.
That's what I'm saying. There's levels to cheating. If you're gonna cheat respectfully.
But they're just saying that there are levels does not mean that one of those levels is respectful.
More
No.
respectful.
No.
No,
You can be
more respectful.
You can be more disrespectful by bringing them into your house and things like that. But that doesn't make cheating in general respectful.
No.
You can't
It's
do
all-
it in a respectful way.
Yeah, it's kind of there's black and white. There's a lot of
There's no gray area.
well, I don't know. It depends on who you're talking to.
All right.
And especially if it was like
Hold
a best
on.
friend.
Another scenario for Mary. You're with a guy.
Okay.
He gets you famous, and he makes it so there's never a spider that has to be your companion.
Never a foot spider.
Yeah, and you don't have to have the foot spider.
But
And
he's-
you get the
But he's a mobster.
He's
He's
a
killing
mobster
people and drugs and,
and cheating on
girlfriends.
you.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
but you get immunity from COVID-19 from it too.
I can't. I'm not doing it.
You may already have immunity.
I already have it from living with the spiders in the ground.
Not from that. You just may have it.
I think Bill and
You
I
may
had
be
it earlier this year.
asymptomatic.
We already did this. When we were both super sick earlier this year, I was like, I bet that's what we had.
You think that you were early carriers of, you were shedding coronavirus?
Maybe.
Early on?
It was the right timeline.
Right
End of
after you did
January,
those-
beginning of February.
It was right after you came back from doing those gigs in Wuhan province.
It was.
Yeah. I remember you told us how badly you bombed in front of all those Chinese people because they...
There was a language barrier.
No, they also have
Didn't
different
understand
culture.
English.
Listen, if you think people in America have a hard time with a female comedian, in
China's
China,
not great.
ooh,
Tell you that much.
they're just upset with someone speaking their mind.
So
Man
you
or
could,
woman.
You could. I mean, see, I can't even flip it because
Could I
women
be with
don't,
a man gangster? No, I don't think so.
Well, there's no women gangsters. Women aren't doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely they are.
Murdering people
You know-
in organized crime.
Yeah.
Probably.
Bill.
Probably.
There might be a few.
Not saying there's a ton, but there's been some.
You'd be a gangster's wife.
Oh yeah, man.
You would have a
Absolutely.
woman gangster who
Yes.
beats you and cheats on you and does drugs and
takes
kills
care
people.
of me and loves me deep down. They really love me. I know they love me. I'm taking care of our kids together.
Yeah, he's going to give them the benefit of the doubt,
You're a
Mary. 'cause
stay-at-home wife.
He knows that deep down she's sorry and doesn't mean it.
It's all about the money.
You know, that's who I am. All about the money.
All the shoes you could ever want.
Must
All the
be
shoes
the
I could ever
money.
want. Yep.
I get Birkenbacks.
It makes me think of a great tweet. A girl tweeted that she didn't realize that her husband was on a Zoom conference call in the other room. And so she hears him go, "Hey!" He's on this call, and she goes, and I just reflexively went, "Must be the money!" and didn't realize that he was on a conference call for work.
Still the correct answer.
Yeah. Now, with all of this talk of how people are isolating themselves and in quarantine, no one has thought to ask, but how is Guar doing? Until CNN asked that question, asked and answered.
As you can see, I'm just kind of sitting here in my Antarctican fortress. And this might not look like Antarctica. I mean, take a look around. It's
I
very
like that
green,
even
but
in
I
quarantine they're
swear
wearing
you,
the costumes.
Like 6
Yeah.
months
That Pustulus Maximus is on CNN telling everybody how he's doing. This is how hard up they are for kind of non-COVID content. As there was probably a stringer at CNN who was kind of into Guar, and he goes, "What if I do a piece on Guar in quarantine?" And somebody's like, "Yeah, that's fine.
Quarantine.
Cool. Yeah, Quarantine.
Come on.
Yeah.
This was all frozen tundra.
Not familiar with Guar? They've been rocking audiences since 1988 with their unique brand of metal and stage
Not
production.
familiar with Guar?
They're one of my favorite bands.
Let me
Band
tell you
says
about
members are
Guar.
space aliens banished to Earth to conquer it through their music.
Guar is the greatest band on earth that you've never seen, apparently. We are from space, obviously.
Obviously.
I can't believe I'm on CNN. Thank God my mask is on.
I just cannot be comfortable performing and all that.
It's not about comfort.
Oh, but like
about
about rock and
how
roll,
do you
man.
not just get exhausted? That's
Well, not
heavy.
that. I always think of these guys have no peripheral vision. Like you need that on stage, kind of, to see what's
move
going
around
on.
and-
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Because
if
they
you
all
have,
kind of have to have that, what do they call that? Blocking, where they know where they're going to be.
Yeah.
You kind of have to
Don't
stay
cross
in your own
this
spot.
point,
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought Kiss had it bad because they're in layers of makeup and tight clothes, but I didn't think about
Isn't your favorite person Lady Gaga?
she's not my favorite person.
But like
you like
love
her a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in crazy costumes and tons of makeup.
Not all the time though. She's not stuck to one costume, so she can change it up, and I'm sure it's
Right,
made
which is
for-
even more aggravating because you have to change your costume every show.
okay.
I'm just saying, like, the fact that you see them doing this and you're like, oh, that's so hard. It's all
Yeah,
hard.
they are
Gaga and Guar are complete. Have you ever
That's-
seen
No, they're the
Guar?
same.
No, they
They're
are
the
not.
exact
They're
same.
completely
They are
different.
not.
No, I
That is
know- I
heavy.
know they're different.
It looks very heavy. Lady Gaga stuff. She wears meat.
When Bill says they're both the same, I think he means they both stink.
What does it
Right,
smell
Bill?
like?
Lady Gaga.
I mean, Lady Gaga stinks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Lady
Yeah,
Gaga.
yeah,
I'm
Lady
sick
Gaga.
of you. Whatever. Lady Gaga doesn't stink.
We've been at this
It's
a
not
very
good.
long time. We play the best kind of rock and the best kind of roll, so we cross over different genres.
Pitiful humans, hear ye, lend me your ear before I rip it off and eat it.
Its more down-to-earth origin is Guar grew out of an artists collective in Richmond, Virginia in 1984. Lead guitarist Pustulus Maximus says the other band members are using COVID self-isolation to be creative. At least he thinks so.
I don't care. Oh, you care? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Well, I mean, they're doing stuff, I guess.
I guess they're doing stuff. I'm just Pustulus Maximus. How am I supposed to know anything? So listen, for those of you who have thought, oh my goodness, I hope Guar is okay.
Do you think they're in their full Guar getup in their own home?
This guy is.
I hope he is.
Just walking
All the other people he's talking to are.
like, not even for the interview. Like
Just
that's
all
just
the
what they
time,
live
yeah.
their life like.
Yeah.
Babe, do we have any more orange juice?
Postulus Maximus needs more juice.
Speaking in third person.
Yeah.
The delivery driver drops off the Uber Eats, and they're like, "Oh, thank you for the Uber Eats. Just leave it by the door."
I've got a medium well burger for Pustulus Maximus. Is that you, sir? Yeah, say hello to my pet, Torrentula.
I rate and tip.
Torrentula.
Hey, that's a good drag name. Torrentula.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No.
Chula.
No. Okay, I've got a break. If you want to text, please do. 35192, AlanCoxShow.com.